people are dealing with stuff. And there's many reasons why I want to talk about celiac and have it on the podcast and just have conversations like all the things that we've talked about and learning and just, going down this path and helping everybody else around me and helping myself too, for that matter. But people are dealing with stuff, and it's not just celiac. We've worked with someone, their father had died of Parkinson's, and so their family was impacted. People have pain. Someone we worked with, they had back pain, and I didn't know this. And he said, I live every day with a 9 out of 10 in back pain. You have no idea, right? People are, whether it's their family, whether it's themselves, whether it's something else, yet people go on. And there's leaders out there. There's these creators that are out there that continue to push. And I think probably a lot of what you do is beneficial just to yourself to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with on a daily basis. And so I want to continue to go down this path of talking to people in the world, in the community that have celiac, because I think there's founders, entrepreneurs, business leaders, professionals out there that are dealing every day with something. I want you guys to talk a little bit about that, because you're the living proof of this, right? You're creating content directly around the topic that's impacting your lives. And it doesn't always have to be so direct, because sometimes they might be in a totally different industry, but they're still dealing with it. And we want to understand it. We want to share those stories and what it is that they're up to, what it is that they're creating, what it is that they're working on. But I'm sure you've seen this. I'm sure you've come across people maybe that aren't dealing with celiac directly, but they're dealing with other things. And perhaps it's impacted them to perhaps talk more about what those things might be, or just to continue to push forward in whatever it is that they're doing. It's not necessarily a question. It's more of just a topic. And have you seen this play out? Are you seeing other people? Is this the reason that you guys, is a big reason why you guys are doing this? Just to share. And also, it's why you do what you do. It's why you get up. It's why you turn this mic on. It's why you guys have these conversations too. There's something bigger going on here.
Yeah, I'll jump in first. As far as the podcast go, it's so normal for me now. I can't see myself not doing it. It's become part of my identity, and it definitely gives me a lot of purpose. In the beginning, it was just a lot of fun and it was exciting. And that energy, I think, was the rocket fuel that got us going. But then once we kind of broke through the atmosphere and doing our little space thing now, it's just, this is what we do now. And yeah, I think the response that we get from people that reach out to us, and when we go to the expos and people that we get to meet in person that tell us that they've been listening, and you see the reaction in their face, and it's undeniable. It's a visceral thing, and it's a human reaction. I really can't put it in any other words. It's just like, I can't not do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And for me, the spark that was ignited was the day I was diagnosed. Within a week, it was like, I got this huge light bulb went off, and I was like, how did I go from about the age of 13 to the age of 40? How was I so sick and nobody could find this? And then I went to this doctor who gave me this blood test. This is madness. And I knew within a week that I needed to do something. And that was the spark that led to the documentary, which then begat the podcast, which was, this is just madness. Like, this is just insane. And I didn't feel like there was ever a choice. I didn't know how it would all get funded. I didn't know any of that. I just knew it needed to be done. And that was on the path. And to Cam's point, there are moments it's hard to do anything for 2, 3, 4 years. And it's mind-boggling that we've been doing it. And I think what your point, Cam, and it's my point too, is the fuel that keeps us going is we hear this feedback that people need to hear what we're talking about. And that's the fuel that keeps the engine going for me.
Well, it's absolutely true. I mean, like I talked about before, I found it. I was all about it. I was there for it, and I continue to be there for it. And I appreciate that you guys are spending this time just talking about this, creating awareness around it, helping people get through it and think through it. And again, anyone, whether it's celiac or something along those lines, people are dealing with stuff. And these types of things help. The content brings people together.